Hey guys, welcome back to Easeldoesitstudio. So, Craftor was so kind. They sent me a huge box of stuff. They sent me their new polyurethane resin, their fast cure resin, their regular epoxy resin, their tabletop resin. I've got the black resin. So yeah, they sent me like a ton of stuff. So today we're going to make this out of the polyurethane one. So I will go through what's in the kit. And I do have a link in the description if anybody wants to try it. And I'm also going to, we're going to revisit the alcohol ink in the polyurethane resin because it really came out good the last time I tried it. And I want to see if it's going to work with theirs. So we get some cups, which we will be using today. And then we get our part A and our part B. And this is 10-minute cure time. So I'm just going to take the paper off. All right, so it's a part A, part B. We have our instruction books, which I will go through that in a second. Some sticks and some gloves. So that's what comes in the kit. All right, so I just want to kind of skim through and see, you know, it's a 1-to-1. All right, so again, you mix it till it's clear without any streaks, and then it is ready to pour. I'm just seeing here if they give any recommendations for colorant. So this dries white. So they're not saying anything with colorant. So we're going to try it and see what happens. All right. So what I have pulled out is 2 soap dishes. And I'm going to do one in aquamarine and rose. And we're just going to drip it in. The other soap dish is going to be aqua and midnight blue. So we'll do a dark and a light blue. We're going to redo this ring holder because the last one I did came out amazing. But we're going to do this one in dark indigo and emerald green. So like a green and a purple. And then we're going to redo our hippo. And I pulled out orchid and forest green for him. And then I also pulled out some marabou alcohol ink, which is like a glitter. So we're gonna actually put some of this in with these colors. All right, so let me get my gloves on here. And you might hear it's raining out, so you might hear tinkin' on the raindrops, but all right, so I'm gonna get these opened. And I think I'm gonna do like I did last time. If I can get them out. Let me see if I can. There we go. Hey, that works pretty good. All right. So let me just mark on my containers. Gotta get a Sharpie here. So this one is part B. So I'm going to write a B. And I'm just going to pour. Wow, this one actually pours really good. So yeah, we might not have to do that, but we will for today. All right, so we've got our part B, and let's get, and it's always the B that's the most difficult to open. And let me see, so I'll just pour 6 ounces. There we go. And I got to mark on here A before so that way, if we have any left, we can pour them back in the containers. I'm pretty sure we're not, because just this takes 4 ounces. So I know we'll be good. All right, so let's start with Mr. Hippo. Let me move my lighter, move my cups. All right. You know what I am gonna do? I'm gonna put paper towel pieces underneath so I can drag them out of my way. You know, as we're working, they'll slide much easier. And I'll put that one on that. And we'll put this one on here. There we go. Trying to be organized today. So once I get this done, this room is getting a major clean out, because yeah, it's a nightmare in here. Between doing outside work, getting my house organized, I had a jewelry order that I did yesterday. So I'm gonna make, I think this takes 2 ounces. So we're gonna mix 2. 1 of A and 1 ounce of B. All right, we're gonna stir this until it's clear. There's not much of a smell on this one. All right, so I still see a little streaky, so just, all right. So I'm not seeing any streaky bits. And we're gonna just see what happens. All right, so I've just got the cover to my my piggy bank. So, all right. So we're gonna just set this over here, and let's put our colors so we know which colors, you know, we did. And okay. I'm thinking this one takes 4. So All right. Let's do the ring holder first. Let me just slide this over here. Let's do the ring holder first. All right, so I do want to shake these up. I'm going to get my covers off. And let me grab another cup here. So we're going to do 2 ounces of part B. And 2 ounces of part A. Get our stick. We're going to mix. See how that one's already curing? Now, I wanted to pop the bottom bubbles with a long neck lighter, but I chose against it because we're using alcohol ink. I didn't want to catch it on fire. All right, so we've got that mixed. And let me see, we'll start with some purple on this one. And then we're gonna put in some green. Oh, maybe these don't take 4 ounces. Nope, they took 3 ounces. So we're gonna just pour this into our little topper here. And, what do I pour it in? Crap. It's already getting hot, so. All right. Phew. And I don't know how much these soap dishes take, so I don't know. We're going to be guessing. I do have some extra molds that I could just kind of throw them in. All right, so we're just going to put that there. So, let me see. All right, and these two have the marabou. Did I put it in that? No, I know that one does. We'll see. All right, so this one is going to be the Rose and Aqua. I'm going to... We'll mix 4 ounces just to be on the safe side. So we've got 3 and 3. You know what? We're just going to use that, and I'm going to switch. We'll do This one looks a little smaller. So we're just going to use this. Seeing how it pours good, we'll pour from the container. All right. So we're just going to mix these. Oh, I didn't want to do that. That's 6. Crap. All right. So, all right, now we have 6 ounces. Crud. What do I do? You know what? We'll just switch. We'll switch soap dish. Oh, man. I don't know what I was thinking. I wanted to do 3. All right. I guess I wasn't thinking. All right. So. Oh. And I know the light, this is really light. So we're probably, oh, that's not the one I wanted to do that to. This one was. Oh. And I'm just going to pour whatever's in there. Because I don't want to waste it. And I'm just going to take a stick and we're going to all right. All right, let's slide this back. This one's really domed, guys. And that's those colors. So I'm gonna do 4 ounces. No, maybe I'll do 2. So we can finish filling this. Now these colors will match. We'll do 4 ounces. All right, so I'm just gonna do 2 and 2. And this is part B, and that's part A. And if we have too much, the next colors I'm using will match these colors, so we will just use those. So they're looking kind of cool so far. I think the trick to using the alcohol ink is to not overdo. And it's something right there. All right, so I was just trying to pick colors that, you know, I've seen like different bathrooms done in. So that's kind of why I chose the color schemes that I did. And I'll just get a layer of that in there. All right, so we're gonna mix up another ounce let me see, I gotta get a I'm just gonna use a medicine cup so that I can let's see if I can't use this one. I don't know my metrics. All right, so we're gonna do a 1/2 ounce. And put it on something so I can see. Now that rose looks more orange to me than it does rose, but it's pretty. Oh, I'm making a mess. Yeah, I could have used a little bit bigger cup, but I'm almost done. All right. And we're just going to use the 2 blues again. All right, so I'm gonna pour some of the lighter blue first. And we're gonna call that good. It could take a little bit more, but that's fine. The bottom is covered, so I'm good with that. All right, so let me just clean up, get my covers on, and then I'll give these, 10 or 15 minutes. Now, I can already see that we've got a little bit of alcohol ink here that's not wanting to, I think I used too much right there. So we're just gonna kind of like bubbled a little bit. But hopefully, let me put my covers back here. Yeah, so this was supposed to be a rose, but look at it, it's orange. I just want to see. Oh, that's gorgeous. All right, I gotta make the pig. I gotta. All right, so we're just gonna set this over here. Let me just let that, we'll finish letting that cool there. And, all right, so we're gonna take, I thought this took like 10 or 11 ounces. So I'm gonna get a different cup. All right, let me just grab a little bit bigger cup. Because I want to mix the whole amount. All right. So we'll use a cup to pour our measurements. I'm going to make 11 ounces just to be on the safe side. So I'm going to do 5.5 of one and 5.5 of the other. All right, so we're going to do, okay, 5.5. Put the lid on this one, move it out of the way so I don't mix them up. Get that one out. So we're going to just pour that in there. Now, I also wanted to, I got so carried away because I really like the way these come out that I got carried away. I was going to like color the resin, but we can do that again on a different video. All right, and then we're going to do 5.5. And we are going to pour, because this is literally like water, guys. Oh. All right. Now I got to remember to do my little piton. And I do have the and I got crap in there already. And in case the 11 does the cover as well, but we're gonna do the green and the purple. And I think we're gonna do a little bit of marabou. You know, and the deeper it is, the faster it's going to cure. So always keep that in mind as well. All right, I'm just going to take my covers off. And then we're just gonna start to pour. Whoa. And whatever is left is what's going to go in there. Because it's already getting hot in my hand. I'm sure we can always use a disc for something. All right. And the green. And a little bit of pink. I mean, purple. And that actually filled it. All right. So we're going to let this cure up. And then we will be back and see what everything looks like. And I'm going to take just when I wiped it, I dragged some out of it, so yeah. Alrighty, I will be back in a few minutes and we will get these demolded and see what they look like. Alrighty guys, I'll be right back. Alrighty guys, these are all cured. This one's still a little warm. We'll do this one last. All right, let's just do our little extra here. All right, let's see. Oh, he came out cute. Not a lot of color, but there's some. You know, he's still cute. He's just a little albino, that's all. That's what happens when you pour an extra. All right, I'm just trying to get these little bits because polyurethane dries much harder than regular resin. So if you've got cleanup, you definitely want to get it done first. All right, so let's do our little hippo and see if we got better results than the last time. Now I gotta learn how to demold all over again with nails. I did pop my 2 thumbs off making jewelry yesterday, but I have a funeral to go to on Tuesday, so I'm like, well, I'm not gonna do them because I'm gonna redo all of them before the funeral, so. Oh, whoa. Oh, he came out so cute. Very faint colors, but it's there. And you can see the sparkle. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. Probably not, but yeah, there is. Oh, he came out so cute. Oh, you can see the sparkle more right in there. So yeah, I think if we drop the marabou on top of the color, we would get more, you know, like more color. Oh, I love it. Let me fix my mold. That is gorgeous. Come on. There we go. That is absolutely beautiful. We didn't get a lot of green in here, but oh, I love this. So definitely, this is definitely the way I would make these, guys. These come out so good every time. And I had a little something in there, but that is beautiful. And then you can just, you know, pop your rings right on there. You know, if you take your rings off to do dishes or whatever beside your bed table, these are perfect. Yay, 3 for 3 so far. Oh, and I did want to let you know, remember I told you Sunday I was having Chinese food? Yeah. I've been itching since Wednesday. Took about 3 days. I was like, oh, well, maybe it's not going to bother me. Maybe it wasn't that. Yeah, the itching started Wednesday night. So my arm is kind of a mess again, but you know, it's like every now and then you just need something good. There we go. All right, I'll get my fingers underneath here. Oh, now that is amazing. All right, so we did have there's some bubbly here and a little on the top. But I think it's just excuse me. I think it's just the alcohol ink. It was maybe a little too thick there. But that is absolutely beautiful. And this is, yeah, so definitely I would not drip it in the mold first on with this polyurethane. But if you just kind of mix it in like I did, this one I went a little heavier on, and you can see I mean, it's still cool. You could always put that to the back and put, you know, your bar of soap there, and it would still be pretty. I'll probably end up putting this on my kitchen sink to put like my scraper, my SOS pads, you know, stuff like that in here, because that's gorgeous. All right, so, oh. Oh, that's pretty. Now, I didn't think we were going to get much of this pink. Well, it's supposed to be pink, but it's orange. It looks orange. But that is absolutely beautiful, guys. I am impressed. Wow. This one has a little bit of a sharp edge on it. So we're just going to get that right off right now. And this mold bows out a little bit. It's just the mold. If I would have thought I could have, you know, put something. There we go. Let's see if this one, just a little bit. No, I can't get my tool in there. I'll have to use my knife. There we go. I'm dying to see the piggy bank. All right, so let's just get all my molds out of my way here. And we'll put our little cutesy wootsies right here. And like I said, this one's not completely filled, but it's still, oh, now that's very pastel colors. So I knew I would definitely have to trim the bottom of this one. It deburrs really, really good though. Yeah. So again, we had a little bit of that rippling going on, and that's just because of the thicker amount of alcohol ink. But that came out super cute. All right, so this is our, oh, so either one, I'll probably use this one because it's a little bit thicker. I'm just gonna, so yeah, I want to give a huge thank you to Bond Crafter. I really, really appreciate your support. All right. Now, let's get Miss Piggy out. So that is our little stopper. There's a smidge of green, not much, but, and we got one little bubble there, but it's on the bottom. But look at the colors. I think it's gonna be gorgeous. All right. Now this one is a little bit trickier to get out. You've got to kind of get both ends out, and then you can kind of pull the little center thingies once you can break that center suction. Still a little warm in there. Oh, that is adorable. All right, so this is, so I mean, that even fits in there really good. And then this is the first one that we made. Seems a little crooked for some reason. So I'm going to use this one. And then our little stopper goes right there. How stinking cute is this? And this is the back. This is your front. That is so adorable. All right, so let me pop this out. And we're gonna trim the back, and then we're gonna glue our little round thing in. Because the last one I made, I had done butterflies, So this way here, it's all matchy-matchy. All right. So, let me get on here something. Picking up little bits off my workstation here. All right, so let me grab some glue and I'm just running a little bead on that little lip. See, just around there like that. And it's not the one I wanted. This is, there we go. That is so stinking cute. Now you could still put like a sticker over this, or, you know, whatever you wanted, but I think just like this, it is really, really cute. So I'm not gonna do a whole lot to these. I'm gonna leave them au naturel today. Alrighty guys, well, I guess that does it for this video. Now I am gonna get this mess of a room of mine cleaned and get ready for the next video. So I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.